After months and months and what seems like years, the New Mutants is finally out. And it's not terrible. Let's go. What's up, selectors? Select Screen here. Uh, Back with a reaction and review. We haven't done reviews in so long, but the New Mutants is in theaters. Yes, I braved it with my wife. We needed to get out of the house, needed a date night. I'm not a scary movie person at all, but man, I needed some kind of superhero movie. And so, yeah, we went and saw New Mutants. And let me tell you from the jump, this may surprise you. I don't know. I don't know. Before we get into this, though, check us out down below, link tr.ee/select screen. On there, we're on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, the Cash App on the opposite side there. Really appreciate you guys for checking that out as well. All right. Make sure you like and share this video as well. All right. Let's get into this reaction. Got to go to the reaction cam, right? Let me go ahead and make a statement that's going to shock you a little bit. The New Mutants movie is not terrible. Here's the history of this thing as I understand it. This movie was supposed to come out under 20th Century Fox, which basically all the X-Men movies were supposed to. They always have, right? Disney bought Fox and rebranded it to I forget what the official name of it is, but it's a new studio. Still has the Fox kind of Batman light look to it, but basically this movie was caught in the middle of everything, and for a minute there we thought Dark Phoenix was going to be the last X-Men movie, and the New Mutants was supposed to actually just cap everything off, even though they never intended it to be that way. New Mutants was supposed to actually get 3 movies in a trilogy, and it kind of started off just bad. The movie was filmed, then they decided to go back and do reshoots. The reshoots kind of didn't happen. Then they wanted to change the tone to make it into more of a horror film. And then it just got caught in the Disney thing, and it's just been delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. So today, it finally came out. We thought, well, at least I thought, man, just put it out on Disney Plus, right? And I guess in the contract, and this is coming from a third-party source, but I was told that there's a contract that said that this movie had to come out in theaters. And so it did. It did. Like I said, was safe. But we went to a theater, like the hugest theater in my town in Colorado. And I want to say we went to early showings. We went to like a 6 p.m. showing. And there was probably 15 people in this giant 200 sitting theater. And they made you sit 2 seats away from other people. So that was kind of cool. No more risk for you selectors that are worried than going into Home Depot or into a Walmart or into a grocery store. That being said, New Mutants. You guys probably have seen what I thought about the trailers. I was interested but didn't want to see this movie because, again, don't like scary movies. Because I don't like being scared. But this was the last X-Men movie, and I said, man, we're gonna brave it. We're gonna do it. If you guys want to see that video, check us out again at the YouTube link down below there, youtube.com/select screen. And yeah, so we go, and I'm sitting there, and man, the previews were forever. If you haven't been to a movie in a long time, like I have, it seems like 30 minutes of previews is just way too much anymore, especially Netflix and Huluing and all of that Disney Plus kind of stuff. So getting to the movie finally, because of all the delays and the weird reshoots and everything, I thought this movie cannot be good because Dark Phoenix was horrible. Well, again, I'm here to tell you New Mutants, while it's not the best X-Men movie, it's not. It's it's barely an X-Men movie. But that being said, it is head and shoulders better than Dark Phoenix. I would put this movie um and maybe we'll do one day, we'll do a countdown of all the X-Men movies, but just as spoilers, I would put it somewhere maybe behind First Class. I left it feeling like the same way I did with First Class, like these aren't my mutants. But still, um, it's just not terrible. There's some cringy lines in it. There's some questionable actions and choices by characters. It's a Fox movie. It's a Fox X-Men movie. But like some of the best ones, like I almost said Apocalypse. Apocalypse was absolutely terrible. Days of Future Past. Like Days of Future Past, while there's some things that are wrong with it, it's much better. It has a succinct beginning, middle, and end. Characters develop across the board, and they start in one place and they end in another. Um, and it's crazy that we're saying that because that should be every movie. But for Fox Marvel movies, this does that. So you're already getting like a thumb, like here. You're about here, just for having a succinct movie, um, or just a cohesive movie. That's the word I'm looking for. A cohesive movie. Let me run down some of the characters here, and this no spoilers in this, but you have Renee Sinclair as Wolfsbane. Um, we've got Cannonball Sam Gunthy, Magic Ilyana Rasputin, who is Colossus's sister. I will spoil this. They don't say anything about Colossus in the movie. Um, and we'll get to that in a second. Sunspot, Robert DaCosta, play, that's the character name. Um, Danielle Moonstar or Mirage, who is basically the main character. And Dr. Cecilia Reyes. Reyes. Yeah, Reyes is how you say it. So again, getting into the meat and potatoes of the movie. There's scenes that if you've seen the trailer, there are lots of scenes that were cut. But I feel like this movie did a good job of telling the story. Mirage, is fairly believable in the role. She's the main character, which kind of surprised me because I thought Magic was going to be. But Mirage, I thought Mirage was going to kind of be the bad guy who, or bad girl in this case. Her powers are to make your nightmares come to life, and so I thought she might be the bad person in this, the antagonist. Um, but she was great. She was really great. Dr. Reyes, it was kind of, she is the bad woman of the movie, and there's some believable stuff, there's some unbelievable stuff. Um, I really wish this would have dove deeper into Mr. Sinister a little bit more. Um, but again, let's stay with the positive for a second. The acting is not terrible. There's a few questionable scenes that I could have just did without. Um, Straight up, just didn't need it in the movie at all. There's a couple of scenes where a character is running away from a bad guy, and it's literally like, ah, or a scene where Wolfsbane specifically is just like trapped and just screaming, but it's just not believable. It's like ah. That's the best way I can do it. It just It seemed like they were told her be scared, but that's not. It's not like that throughout the whole movie. The other thing that surprised me about the movie as a positive is it's not as scary as you think. Watching the trailers for me, I was like, I think this thing's gonna be pretty dang scary. Um, there wasn't a whole lot of jump scares. It was just kind of creepy stuff. You kind of see it coming. Um, very PG-13, uh, maybe traditional PG-13 horror movie. But I'd be cautious to even call it a horror movie. I think it's more in line with a thriller. There's some monsters in it, but it's not anything that is just 100% nightmare fuel. There's the smiley guys. They're probably the creepiest thing, and you've probably seen them in the trailer. So, like I said, Wolfsbane, she was decent. Cannonball, I couldn't quite grasp what his story was. It felt like he was the one that they pulled a lot of scenes out of. We understand that he like heats up and he can, you know, he's like unstoppable when he's moving. He's kind of like the Juggernaut in a way. Um, but it just seems like something was kind of missing out of the story there. And we'll go into some of the negatives as well. But Magic was cool. I think the only letdown was that I thought she was going to be the main character. She kind of comes off, not kind of, she comes off as a jerk. The main character again, um, Mirage is Native American, and like the first time you meet Magic or Ileana, she like calls her Pocahontas. They're like, bro, like I don't like you at all. And Taylor Joy does a great job as her, though. I don't know if she's Russian. I believe that's a Russian accent, or not. But it was believable. Her accent was believable. Um, I liked that. I wanted to see more from Magic. Believe it or not. And then Sunspot. We've seen Sunspot in Days of Future Past before. Um, Henry Zaga as Sunspot. Um, I liked it. I liked his portrayal of it. I didn't like the way he looked, where I felt like Sunspot, uh, the little bit that I know about Sunspot, Sunspot is basically the Human Torch, but a mutant. The visual effects weren't bad on him, but uh, Ileana is British. Okay, well, my wife just said she's British. She did a good job. Yeah, she did a great job. It was believable for me. Um, Sunspot, like I said, I just visually wish he looked a little more Human Torch like. Like he kind of just like burnt, and then that was kind of it. And he was always kind of scared, which I get it. These are kids. And then, like I said, Reyes, who is kind of the bad. I guess she's the bad guy of the movie. Was fine. The movie in general is fine. If I had to put a letter grade on this, and we'll summarize and put this to bed. I went 13 minutes on this video, guys. But I wanted to make the point that this movie is not terrible. I know the dates change. I know, but it's not a direct to video, direct to VOD movie. It felt like a movie, and could it have been better? Absolutely, absolutely. Was it bad? No. Was it good? Eh. It was okay. It was just okay, and okay in the X-Men, the old X-Men universe is good. So that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Uh, it's worth seeing. It's definitely worth seeing. And again, let me know in the comments below. All right, we're on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Don't forget the Cash App as well. Money sign 5ELECT 5CREEN. Selectors, we love just growing these relationships and friendships with you guys. Thank you so much for every single thing that you guys tune into. All right. Until next time, remember to choose your destiny. My name's Select Screen, and I'm out.